Got another JVC VCR to work on. This one's an HRS5300, another super VHS machine that was brought in. This one here has a different problem. This one's got a loading problem, will not accept the cassette. So let's take this one apart and see what's causing the problem. I don't know what the problem with this one is. I'm just told it doesn't accept the tape. So we're going to take the top off this one first and see what's happening mechanically. And of course, this is another one of those crappy mechanisms with 100 bloody movable parts in it. Nothing like JVC making things simpler as time went on. Just increased the complexity. Okay, I've got power to the unit. And it just shuts off. Interesting. It's kind of almost behaving like the last one. I think the problem on this one is actually the front loading mechanism is it's jammed. It's not raising the basket up. I think that's the problem on this one, as opposed to the mode switch, although the mode switch probably could use a cleaning. But because I know how much work it is to get at this one, I might not do it, because I don't think the person that owns this is going to want to pay to have that done. Especially if it doesn't need it. But let's pull the front loading mechanism out of this one and see whether there's a problem with that, because it appears to be jammed about halfway up. I think that's the problem with this one. Okay, so yeah, all the mechanism looks to be really good on this one actually. Springs aren't broken. This one here for the that spring that was broken on the other one is not on this one. I think it's the front loading mechanism that's may have a bit of a problem. Let me just run this through by hand and see how it works. And you remember this piece from the other one that I suspected was the piece that opens the flap on the front of the door? And I know I've had people saying, no, that's the real lock from the inside of cassette. No, it is in fact the arm that opens the cassette door, because here it is here on this one that is not broken. You can see the end of the piece here. If I zoom the camera back a bit so it'll focus. If I zoom the camera back a bit, here's the piece right here. Okay, that's the end of it that's broken. There's the piece. It's actually broken off the arm. It was broken right there on the arm. The other one here, this pin was still there, but it was snapped right there. That's where that piece went. That's why I didn't have to put that piece back in. Was it because it was part of the mechanism that opens up the flap in the front of the door, and the other one, this was all broken. This whole piece was missing on the other deck. So that's what that piece was there. This basket looks to be kind of foobarred. Let's take a look what I mean by say foobarred. It's kind of bent. Take a look at this. Does that look straight to you? It's got a big twist in it. No wonder it doesn't work. As you can see, there's a bend in this, or is there plastic parts that are broken? I think there are plastic parts that are broken is what it is. Oh, wait a minute. It just has to be snapped back together. That's all it is. This has been pushed out. There might be a plastic tab that holds this together that's broken. I think there probably is. So I may have to put some glue on this thing to hold this thing back together, but I think that's what's happened on this. So maybe not. I think this mechanism's just come apart. Someone's jammed a tape into it or something, and the the bottom fell out of it. Let's just see how it loads now when I operate it by hand. Does it stick or will it raise up? That looks a little better. And it goes all the way up to the top. And will it complete the eject cycle, or is it going to jam? I think it's going to stick here too. That piece is jamming. Okay, it looks like this, maybe this this holder is bent too. You see this arm? It's kind of bent up like that. I think that needs to be straightened out a bit. It looks like this, and it looks like the top is bent. Look at the warp here. It looks like someone may have maybe dropped something on this or slammed their fist down or something, but this basket just looks like it's kind of twisted. See if we can straighten this up a bit. See, what this lever does is this is also to prevent you from sticking a second tape in when there's a tape in it. That drops down in front of the door to actually prevent you from putting a tape in. That's what this is for. Sticking. Okay, I see what's happening here. It's sticking on this other. There's another little lever right here that's hanging down, and it's sticking on that. Sticking on this little lever right in there. We'll just choose some external light here. If we look right down here, there's a plastic tab that's supposed to hold this in place, and it's broken. It's allowing this to move back and forth. That plastic is broken off of that. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to just use my soldering iron and melt this over a little bit to form a new tab to hold this piece in place so that it doesn't slip out of place like that, because I think that's where it's getting hung up, as this moves and allows the arm back here to jam up against it. So I'm just going to warm up my soldering iron. We'll mushroom over that plastic piece a bit just to form a new tab, because getting this plastic piece will be impossible. I reinstall the cassette housing now. tell you, the phone's been ringing off the hook today. Just got a phone call from a guy that's bringing me down a Technics receiver. So I should have a Technics receiver coming into the shop today. So hopefully we can get onto that one as well. And I had another call from another guy that's bringing me some old home movies to transfer over. So it's going to be a busy weekend for me here today. Or this weekend, I should say. Put this one back up here. Lift up the tape door, put it onto the front, put the front cover back on. Well, that didn't work. Cover sticking open. So like that. Okay, that's a bit better. I'll turn on the power. See what the machine does. Okay, that looks a little more normal. Let's try loading a tape. Had to reset the switches there. That's why it didn't initially work. And of course, this thing does not have a picture, but it might be just a dirty head. Let's just see. We'll try the old fingernail technique on this and see whether that's going to clear the head up. I think it will. I think the heads are just clogged on this thing. Well, looks like we have, there we go. Heads are clear now. Get that off of there. Turn down that sound before we get in trouble for a sound match. So that's all that was wrong with this one, was the front loading mechanism was kind of damaged. We'll see if it ejects. There we go. There goes the phone again. Okay, I'm going to clean the heads properly on this thing. Piece of paper and some alcohol, and we'll clean the other parts. Guides are tight. Nothing's coming loose on this one. So just good old isopropyl alcohol on a piece of paper. Take the fourth, and then just turn the head drum. Good old cotton swab for the audio heads and full race head. Doing the lower drum here, not touching the upper drum at all. And the head is contaminated again. I have a feeling that this head cleaning wheel that's on here that's supposed to clean the heads is actually contaminating it. Let's see if my theory is true. I'll just clear this off with my fingernail a bit here. And we'll just let the head cleaning wheel make contact. We'll see if it'll contaminate the head again. Ah, yep. So all I did was I just pressed the head cleaning wheel up against the head drum, and it went snowy. This is worn out, it has to go. Which is quite common on these machines. So these head cleaning wheels, they deteriorate, and they'll end up putting more dirt and contaminants back on to the head. This wheel here wears out. This little plastic foamy thing, it's shot. It's actually, you can see it's coming apart. It's deteriorated, so we'll leave that off. I'll clean the head once again by hand the right way. And we have a picture. No problem. So yeah, when you see those head cleaning wheels, it's a good idea to take them off. I did take it off the other one, by the way, the one that I had to do the mode switch on. I did take that head cleaning wheel off. I didn't show it on camera, but I did end up taking it off before putting the machine back together. But we got it this time. Anyway, this one's now fixed. So yeah, the cassette mechanism was kind of foobarred on this one. So now it's fixed. Owner of this one will be a happy camper indeed. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again on the next one real soon. Bye for now.